today I'm gonna challenge myself to complete this task. The task of drawing 5 NFL wide receivers in different art styles. Now, I'm gonna basically spend the next 2 weeks planning and drawing, so stay tuned to see what players I chose, styles I picked, art supplies I used, and more to fill in these 5 slots. And listen, there's nothing left to do but to just get started with the first receiver. We going to Minnesota to draw the best receiver in the league right now, Justin Jefferson. And I'm gonna sketch him in my own normal style. So let me put it together. Hey, I had to make a return to the NFL videos because, long story short, about a month ago, I made a video drawing NFL quarterbacks. I drew the quarterbacks and I had one question in that video. I asked y'all which football position should I try to draw next. Listen, I went through the comments, and everybody, it seemed like everybody was saying wide receiver. I mean, bruh, it was literally the most comments I got on the video this year. Y'all were getting crazy. I got options, real steppers, check the shoes, get it poppin', eating good. I had a couple early sketches for Justin Jefferson in the planning phases, you know, the early phases. And you can clearly see I ended up deciding to draw him without the helmet, mainly because I just wanted him to be a little bit more recognizable. Listen, the one thing I need to hear though is some applause, because we got the sketch done. Sketch is all clear. So let me just slide a little bit of ink on this real quick to make it look nice and polished. And now that the ink's dried, the part that's gonna make this come alive is gonna be adding some color to it. I'm gonna be honest, I was feeling a little bit of pressure for this video. Pressure because I obviously want it to be a lot better than the previous NFL video I made, just in terms of the actual drawing, the editing, overall production of the video. But here's the but. I know sometimes when you try to be a little bit too perfect and too polished, it can actually like paralyze your work, just make it difficult to complete things. So with that in mind, I tried to keep things more light and fun just so I can get it completed and not remain in a constant state of, is this perfect enough or is this good enough? Now, when I was looking for a reference picture to draw Justin Jefferson, a lot of the pictures, he had some ice on him. You know, he had a grill too in one of them, so I went on a search. For some stuff that kind of looks like diamonds, like maybe some glitter or something that I could add to him. And I did find a little something, so I'm gonna just add this on him and show you the results. Let me get some good angles, because listen, let me know what y'all think about the chain and the grill, but we got this done, so we gotta move on to the next receiver. So point of view here is gonna be me sketching Tyreek Hill. Now, as the title of this video says, I am drawing in different styles, and I had trouble trying to figure out which style to draw Tyreek in, but I ended up going with an anime style for this one. That's what I'm gonna go with, an anime look. But the sketch is here, so let me just snap for the ink. Show y'all a couple pictures of it. Now, the fun part for me personally is definitely gonna be adding in the color, because I really like the Miami Dolphins uniforms, the colors they use. But let me work first on his skin and get that all completed. I'ma get that check like I never did before. I'ma spend that check like I never did before. Now, earlier in the video, I said Justin Jefferson was the #1 receiver in the league. But I don't know, is it Tyreek Hill? You know, you can't take my NFL opinion too seriously because I don't watch that much football, but I don't know, it's either one of the two, isn't it? Same thing when I drew the quarterbacks. Man, I just looked up the Madden ratings to see who's the best, who has the highest rating. Start the car and I drop out the roof. I'm sliding. You know, all this color and drawing, I had to take a couple breaks here and there, and I took a break and ended up getting some cookies. You know, the crumble cookies, they hit and miss sometimes, but this week they were actually kind of crazy. But we had to get right back to the studio and the drawing. But here's where things are gonna get interesting, because I'm gonna add in some final details. And here is the reveal for the second receiver, Tyreek Hill. But next up is probably my favorite receiver of all time. But of course, man, I had to include OBJ. You know, he definitely had the best catch of all time in the NFL. And you know, he's just one of those players that's fun to watch. Always a potential for a highlight reel moment, especially if he breaks away. So it makes sense to put him in this. I felt like I had to include his helmet in this one because the previous receivers I drew, Justin and Tyreek, they didn't have theirs. And to contrast those previous drawings, I wanted to draw him in like more of an action pose. Looked like he's running in the middle of a sprint. But let me tell y'all something. My favorite team in the NFL, my team is the Cleveland Browns. And I know, like, we don't win too much. You know, I'm gonna just be honest, but my point, what I was trying to say is Odell was there. He was there for a couple seasons, and I don't think it worked out. But I did consider drawing him in the Browns uniform initially. You know, just a throwback.
One rule, then dead I'm on side. Wrong move, I bet they gon' ride. No need for the telephone hide, nah.
I always mention this, but I usually draw NBA players for these type of videos, but it is nice changing things up, you know, drawing NFL, a different sport. Even when I changed it up and drew Spider-Verse characters for this type of video, it's fun changing things around, going out of my comfort zone. So I am going to try to do more of that in the future videos for sure. So let me continue to add some color to him because it's essential. After the last details were added, this is what OBJ came out looking like. This was my favorite drawing so far. So far, this was my favorite, but gotta move on to the next one.
They act like that.
Now, stylistically, I'm gonna go for a sketchy doodle type of look. So let me get the background set up to look like some yellow notebook paper. Now listen, I said this in my previous video drawing NFL quarterbacks, but the Cowboys are the most popular team in the NFL. I mean, they got fans everywhere, not just nearby to the city, Dallas. They got fans everywhere, so yeah, it's kind of essential that I had to include a Cowboy in it. And of course, it had to be CeeDee Lamb. Now, when I was drawing OBJ, I did mention I think the Ravens are gonna win. I think the Ravens are gonna take it all, but I know the Cowboys are tough. The Cowboys, the Bills are getting better. The Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes, obviously. The 49ers, Eagles. I don't know. Like, who y'all think is gonna win? Like I keep saying, I don't watch too much football, but I feel like my prediction is probably gonna be right. I think it's gonna be the Ravens still. But as mentioned, I wanted this to be a sketchy type of look style, so I'm not gonna use ink or my markers for this. I wanted to look like I just grabbed a pencil, which I did, and just sketched it out. But here, man, you can see we got CeeDee Lamb in the doodle sketchy style. And now, we gotta move to the next one. So I went with Jamar Chase, and now I'm gonna draw him in a neon type of style. So let me get this background set up with the brick wallpaper so I can really make the neon look pop. After I get these details added in, y'all know I'm a fade to the reveal. But before that comes, make sure you like and subscribe. But man, here's the 5 NFL receivers in different art styles. I really liked how this came out, but please, y'all gotta let me know which one was your favorite, who you wanna see maybe included in the future videos. You know, let me know in the comment. But listen, I can't let you leave without dropping a few videos right here. A few little similar videos right here. You got time to check it out, but thank you guys for watching, and I'm out, man.